You're going to get in here to get this wheel off, and let's see how this C or E clip is arranged. It's got the opening right here. I'm going to try to grab it. Try to grab it right here and pull that off there. So we got that CE clip and a washer, and then wheel should slide right off. Yeah, right off. Okay. It was off the bead with weight on it. And I jacked it up this morning. Nice sunny day. It warmed up, and then it put itself back on the bead. Now it's stuck back on there, but I know it's not going to seal. I had this thing holding there for like 2 weeks, and we had a temperature drop, and it's springtime, and it's back and forth all over the place. So it decided to leak, and I went down. It was off the bead. I jacked it up. Now it's back on there, but I know it needs to be corrected. So the tools I got are a couple screwdrivers, kind of use as tire tools. I don't have car tire tools. I got this mallet here. It's about a 2-pounder. Another just tire tool, and I got a come along, and that's gonna come in handy when we go into the get it back on the bead part. Also got this generic bead sealer, and I would prefer to use a rubber mallet. I couldn't find mine. I know I got it. I was beating on something else with it a while back. So I'm going to hit this thing a few times trying to get it off, and it's not coming off. So I got some soapy water. I'm going to put it down there, and I'm just going to give this a little persuasion here with some soapy water to try to get it to slip down. This stuff works pretty good. I just need to kind of break it off there. Trying not to hit that rim at all. Being very careful about that. Trying to anyway. You get in here, see if I can just kind of like finagle it off this rim. You really should have the right tools for this. Okay. And so if you're just like me, kind of in your own shop here, just hanging out in your garage trying to do this, maybe what do we need to do here? Let's see. What can we do? Okay, I see the bubbles coming up there. That's good. All right. Let's get maybe a little bit more. Okay, with having that hot day like we did, the temperature went up like 30 degrees since the early morning. So I'm going to take any extra pressure out of this thing. It doesn't seem to have any in it. Okay, the stepping on it thing didn't work too good. All right, let's see if we can get this off of here. I really don't like doing this, but the rubber mallet really doesn't have any weight. Okay, what I end up having to do is just kind of really wedging it in there and trying to use the most blunt screwdriver, not sharp, that I have. Got it down on the edge of the rim and just bam. Was working it down there, and then I just kept pushing it, and it popped. Okay, so it did pop off of there. And I'm going to go around here, make sure I don't have any little edges hanging up. So I'm going to push this down, shove maybe one of these screwdrivers in here and see if it'll hold, so I can get around here with some sandpaper. So I'm just going to grab a little sandpaper first. So I'm just getting around on the bottom part of this edge here, and then I'll come back with some carburetor cleaner and really make sure this is nice and clean and dry. I'm going to go all around. This is working pretty easy. I'm just pushing down on the tire edge here and getting it. And I'll show you what it's looking like when I get done. I'm not feeling any significant scratches or anything. And when I had air in this a couple weeks ago and I did the bubble test with the soapy water, it was really showing bubbles coming out on this side. Yeah, so this is where it was leaking from, on this rim on this side. Okay, I'm taking some of the paint off. Like I said, there's no chips in the metal. Let's see what this looks like here. So, I mean, that's not bad. That rim looks really good. It's like this all the way around. I'm not seeing any significant real dings or anything like that. And you might be considering putting like a an inner tube in or something. And I tell you, like, I've tried it a lot and I've been successful doing it, but just kept popping them, trying to put them over this rim, and it catches a little edge even if you try to, burnish it off a little bit. A lot of times you're just going to pop them. And I talked to the local shop about that, and same thing with them. A guy told me they pop about half of them if the customer wants to put an inner tube in. So that's just what they do. And so if I ever need some inner tubes put in, I'll take it down to them and let them pop a couple tubes on their dime if they want to put one in. But anyway, I wouldn't ever use like fix-a-flat in this to try to correct it, really. I guess if you really don't care, I mean, that's cool, but that's just going to get in here. It'll coat all around the inside. It's eventually hopefully going to seal, and if it doesn't, if you really, once this tire's damaged, putting an inner tube in, yeah, you can't. Well, with that fix-a-flat stuff in there, it's just going to be a mess. It's going to be a terrible mess inside of this. And tire guys hate this, when they open it up, take the wheel off, and it's just full of this icky, nasty fix-a-flat stuff. And it takes forever to clean it off these rims, so they don't want to do it. So if you decide to put fix-a-flat in a tire, just plan on in the future, near or hopefully far into the future, just plan you're going to be replacing the whole tire, rim, tire, all of it. Okay, so it's just basically going to ruin it on the inside there. But it might last you for a while. I think fix-a-flat's supposed to just kind of get you from the road to a shop, really. That's what it's made for. But anyways, now I got these screwdrivers holding up this rim. I'm going to use some, like I said, carburetor cleaner all around the bottom of this rim, and I'll wipe off the rubber part real good, and I'll get that general purpose cleaner, soapy water that I used, off of there and move forward with the glue. Okay, I just sprayed some of this just generic brake cleaner, carb cleaner on here. Put some down in the crease there. So I'm getting down on the rubber. I'm getting down on the inside of the rim there, making it all nice right there, and pressing this down along the rubber so I can get a good seal on this stuff. I'm sure it's supposed to be a nice clean surface on here. Let's get this off as much as possible all the way around. Get all the soapy water off. I'm looking for any dings also just on the rubber edge right here. See if there's any major cuts or anything like that. Just inspect that. Make sure nothing's going on there. And I'll probably wait to put any glue on this. Maybe leave a screwdriver stuck in there, flip it over, do the same on the other side before I let them kind of get back on the bead. I'll do both sides, just clean them off first before applying any of the vulcanizer. Okay, here we go. Everything's feeling pretty clean. It's pretty dry. Okay, so I'm going to leave one of these screwdrivers in here and then come on down to the other side. See, this is stuck on here. Let me show you what I did earlier, actually. So I got the Soapy on there. Okay, and it's just kind of working in there. I took this big old screwdriver, very blunt, this old thing. I just was getting in there, trying to pull it down, just kind of working on it, trying not to gouge anything. Pressing it down. Let that soapy water do its bit. It's a little bit at a time. It's kind of coming down just a little bit at a time around there. Getting close. Just got to keep working with it. That soapy water's still probably getting in there. Just kind of wedging it down, bringing it down. There it is. Just pop down, just like that. Shove that in there, and take a little break. Okay, my bad on this stuff. I was in a hurry on Amazon. I was searching up bead sealer. This came up at a decent price, but I'll have the correct one up here. Show you on the video. You can order if you like, but I'm sure with the instructions, once you get the right bead sealer stuff, and it's going to be a thing that just has a brush and it goes all around there. I'm sure it's going to have you clean the rim area very well, making sure that there are no, big nicks or anything like that, and check the bead itself, the rubber part of the tire there where it meets the rim, okay, for any obvious cuts, things like that. You just go around it, look down in there real good. I'm just going to do this real quick. Have a light on there. Really take a look right there all around to make sure that looks nice and smooth. There's no big nicks in it. That's why I didn't really like using those screwdrivers too much. Anyway, I'm going to do that, look all around, make sure that bead's looking like that pretty much all the way around. It's looking really good. And okay, for some reason I lost audio on this section, so I'm just going to talk through it here. I finally got the strap wrench on here, and I'm just going to put this back on the rim without adding any of that bead sealer, since I got the wrong stuff and I cleaned it off really good. I'm just going to use that soapy water to let it slide back on the bead real quick, and banging it back on there. Do this for a while and then air it up. You might want to give yourself as much slack as possible once you do this. Do get it kind of sealed back on the rim. See how it's gonna pop out here. I should have let a little tension off of that strap, so it kind of popped in place there, but not all the way. See on the other side, it's definitely not all the way on the rim. Keep your fingers away from those gaps. See there where the rim isn't fully against the bead. Yeah, be very careful. Needs a little bit more air in there. Maybe tap it with a hammer a few times. See, I'm letting a little bit of air out, just to relieve some of that pressure inside. But then I kind of realized, okay, probably got to put more back in there. So I'm trying to bang it onto the rim a little better. It's already pressurized and it's sealing. It's just not fully on the rim yet. It's got to pop all the way out. So I'm explaining right here how I had done this a few years ago, and I was using a strap wrench using this method, and I got it back on the bead. As soon as I released the strap wrench, I had my thumb right over the mechanism, and when I released the lock, it just whipped right across my thumb. Okay, so I think I just got that popped back on there this time. And now I want to make sure it's all the way on the rim, and then I'm going to let the air out as soon as possible. There's a lot of pressure on that strap, and that can be dangerous. So be very careful when using this method, putting it all back together. So I'm just letting the air out, and then I'll be taking the strap wrench off. And that really concludes this whole thing. Just if you want the correct bead sealer, rim sealer, the link is in the first comment below, and hopefully that helps you out. But this is something you can do probably in your own shop. It's real simple to put that, take the tire off, and if you are going to use screwdrivers to kind of break the bead or whatever, just let the air out first. Let all the air out. Try to push it down by hand as much as possible. Use some soapy water to help slide it off. Work it slowly with the screwdriver without screwing anything up. and eventually you can just push it down off the rim. But I hope that helps you, and leave a comment, subscribe. Let me help you fix your power equipment problems. Subscribe and check out my playlists to save you a lot of money.